lovely Tuesday morning. Yes, good morning out there, Osun State. Good morning, Nigeria. It's another lovely time on OSBC TV. Start times 113 on Start Times, 502 on Free TV, and www.osbcng.org. This is AM Cafe, the breakfast television show, where issues are very important and critical to our existence, our well-being, are discussed every morning. My name is Binga Famino, welcoming you on board. Significantly, the first in the last quarter of the year, if I may put it that way. Yes, today we'll be looking into what definitely concerns many of us, but most of us don't realize and we don't think about it. It's the month of sickle cell. That's what they say. Sickle cell. Why should it be a month of sickle cell? When we hear sickle cell, what comes to our mind? It's the sentiment and emotion of binding and losing, praying it will not happen to me, and things like that. We see people with this condition as a unfortunate set of people, not until there is a group of individuals who are reorientating everybody. Sickle cell anemia, as the entire world discusses it, this month at Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, we decide to do the needful. We decide to look into sickle cell, a corporate social responsibility of every one of us. To do justice to this conversation, I have these important guests in the house with me. We'll be conversing in English and definitely we'll switch to the language God loves most, as some people say. When we get there, we'll see. Yes, I have with me in the house Modupe Shijuade. It's a pleasure having you in the house this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, well, Modupe Shijuade is not alone. Definitely, I don't know if Peters was meant to be here this morning, yes, but someone else is standing in for Adin. Okay, at the right time we'll meet with someone else.
Osun.
Okay, that's fine. But let's start with binding and losing when we talk about sickle cell.
Okay.
Yes, when you mention the condition sickle cell and people with sickle cell condition, the bad things fill our minds. We see it as people like that are very, very unfortunate. Yes, the last time we were here, I raised something like this. I would like to talk about it again.
Okay.
People with that condition, how unfortunate are they? Let's start with that.
We are not unfortunate people. I would keep saying that we need to change the narrative. A lot of us are, God is helping a lot of us, and then we're learning to take care of ourselves better. So we don't consider ourselves as unfortunate. We are warriors. We are winners.
All right. Okay, yes. Warriors, winners. Now, the month of September.
Yes, please.
Dedicated to
for the awareness of
awareness at the global level, right?
Yes, please.
Speak more to that.
Okay. September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. It's a month that is recognized globally to talk about sickle cell awareness, as in tell people, give people insights, educate them on how understand the sickness, what sickle cell awareness is about, and what the condition is about, and how people can be helped to live better.
All right, and that's why we are here.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Talk about it. Let's just refresh our memory.
Okay.
It's a condition.
Yes, please.
Definitely. The people with this condition, how do they find themselves in it?
Okay. When both parents have the S gene, when two parents get married, they are both AS, and the husband who is AS, there's every chance that whatever child they produce will have a sickle cell. Will be a sickle cell child.
All right. So that means it's a question of a decision that is meant to
parents,
be
yes.
A decision that is meant to be positive, but turns out negative.
Yes.
Now, which decision am I referring to as being supposedly positive decision? That is, I love you, we'll get married. So it's meant to be positive, but this husband and wife unknowingly give birth to an SS child. So what is meant to be done for lovers to prevent situations like this?
Basically, that's one of the reasons we're here on this show, to talk about, especially to the youths, when you are falling in love, it's always good that you consider the genotype of your partner or your incoming partner, or your tentative partner, so to speak.
Compulsory?
Yes, it is actually very compulsory, because when you start loving yourselves and the love sets in, you forget, you are so blinded by love that you get married, you don't consider your genotype for getting married. If at the end of the day you have a sickle cell child, the worries, the troubles, the trauma, especially that the mother goes through, and the child too, you know, it's a condition that the child cannot determine his or her genotype. He just finds himself as his or herself as a sickle cell child. Now, what am I saying in essence? The trauma that couple will be facing later in life is not funny.
Now, what if the choice of this life partner is aided by divine revelation, like from prayer, fasting, and it was prophesied this person will have to be your spouse? We are talking about divine here, destiny here.
Well, I know there's nothing that God cannot do, but in this case, it's always better to prevent a thing than find yourself in it. It's actually very better, a lot better to prevent it. So the candid advice we're giving people is that please know your genotype status before you get married.
Does it mean that every one of us needs something like that?
Yes, everybody. That's why we're here. Our theme for the month of September is sickle cell awareness is our corporate social responsibility, which means that it involves everybody that is in our society. If your parents are, if your children are getting married, it's your responsibility as the parents to ensure that the partner he or she is bringing home is not AS.
And why waiting till the child decides to make the choice? Why should a parent wait till that time?
Well,
why can't we add it as part of the education we should give our children?
Yes, over and over again.
That this is your genotype.
Yes, over and over again. And when people grow up, when you go to school, you go on admissions in the hospital, or you want to do one thing or the other, most of the time people check their genotypes. Unfortunately, some of the labs that we have around, they don't give them their right genotypes. But then we ensure that people need to ensure that they understand what their genotype is, and then they are being counseled regularly, consistently, to understand that if you are AS, you don't need to fall in love with somebody who is of the same genotype as you, just to prevent cases like this, you know.
For those of us who were privileged enough to have gone to school, so to say, we are literate, there is this assumption that everybody knows this already. Would you agree or disagree with this assumption that, I've been hearing this since I was a child.
Okay.
So there's this assumption that the entire world is aware of this. Why do you need more awareness?
If the entire world is aware of this, they don't take cognizance of it. Up until now, we still have 2 years children being diagnosed of sickle cell disease. We have 10 months, less than a year old being diagnosed. So if people are taking their genotype seriously, we won't have diagnosis as such even up until now. And that's why it's very important that awareness is taken to the next level beyond what we know now, beyond what we have now.
Is it a disease to have sickle cell anemia? Is it a disease? If it's not a disease but a condition, if it's a disease, is it curable? If it's not a disease and condition, is it manageable? Let's talk about the curative or the how to manage it.
Sickle cell is, I would not actually say it's a disease. A medical person should be able to say that, but I know it's a condition that affects a child, and it brings pain to you over and over again. It's not something that is curable. A lot of people believe that Christianity or Muslims, whatever, you can pray and have your genotype changed. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be, yes, I don't want to be negative. But then, it is just a condition that is managed. Medically, it cannot be cured. you have to live with the condition for the rest of your life. The narrative before now is that when you are 21 or you are 22, you're 18, you have outgrown the condition. No, that's not true. Up until if you are living up until the age of 60, you'll be a sickle cell patient up until you are 60. You are going to manage it for the rest of your life. So there's nothing like where it can be cured. No.
So let's talk about the management. How is it managed?
Yes, what is actually very important is that when there's a diagnosis, it's very important that the child goes there very early. It's taken to the hospital or enrolled in the hospital very early to be managed. There are quite a number of tests, medications that the child will be given, diets, counseling, the parents are being taught to manage the condition of their children even while at home, and then just in case anything occurs, they need to be taken to the hospital as soon as possible.
Okay, are there drugs?
Yes, there are drugs that we take. There's enough supplement drugs that helps for the better production of blood, and then there's hydroxyurea, which helps to manage the condition. Hydroxyurea, it helps to manage the condition properly.
How affordable are these drugs right now? Why did you react like that?
They're not so affordable, especially now that the economy is bad. It's not an affordable condition at all. I know how much I spend on drugs on a monthly basis, and it's not funny. Other than the financial aspect of it, the trauma that the child goes through growing up.
So if the drugs are not that affordable, how can people be helped? This is the month of awareness creation.
Yes, please.
Is that one of the reasons it's very important to create awareness? Do you have enough support system?
One of the reasons why Modupe is...
Can there be something like subsidy on the drugs?
We are actually calling for help. One of the reasons why this initiative was created is to advocate for sickle cell warriors, especially within the states. We need the governments and other bodies to come in and support us, especially when it comes to our health. If it is possible that we get free medication or free medical care within the states, it will honestly go a long way to ease parents off the burden of taking care of these children.
And now, ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré sọ díẹ̀ nínú àjọrò wa yìí ní Yorùbá. Nǹkan tí à ń gbìyànjú láti sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí láàárọ̀ yìí, kí ni à ń pè ní èdè Yorùbá? Well, ẹ̀rù tí ń bà Dúpẹ́. And yes, Ayọ̀, right?
Temitayo.
Temitayo. So, kí ni à ń pè mi ò fẹ́ pè ní àrùn, ṣùgbọ́n kí là ń pè ní Yorùbá?
Àwọn kan pè ní àròmọléegun.
Àròmọléegun.
Àwọn kan pè ní làkúègbé. Nǹkan tá a ṣàmọ̀ ni pé ara máa ń ro wá. Ara ríro yẹn dẹ̀ ni.
Ṣé ara ni àbí egungun? Torí àròmọléegun náà máa ń ké. Ṣára ló ń ròyàn ni àbí egun wọn ló ń ròyàn?
Mi ò lè, ó depend. Ó depend in fact bá ṣe wà yẹn bó ṣe máa ń ṣe mí ó yàtọ̀ sí bó ṣe máa ń ṣe àwọn. You understand? So mi ò mọ̀
ṣùgbọ́n náà pè ní àròmọléegun.
A ṣàmọ̀ pé any part of our body ló lè máa ro wá.
Kí ló máa ń fà á?
Nǹkan tó fà á kí ni sickle cell, nǹkan tó ń pè ní sickle cell yẹn gọgọgọgọgọ, àwọn cells tó wà nínú ara wa tó ń sickle, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní
wọnú ẹ̀ dáadáa,
ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní flow bó ṣe yẹ kó flow. So tẹ́jẹ̀ bá ti wá dì síbi kan ibẹ̀ yẹn ó máa ròyàn. Then ìgbà míì àwọn complications kan máa ń wà tó lè fa kí èèyàn sick.
Ara ń ta sọ lóyìnbó òun ni wípé ní ibi tí ó ti máa ń wá ní àṣìṣe òbí, pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀jẹ̀ bí ó wà nínú ara gbogbo wa, ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan ẹni tí ó bá ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ tá ń pè ní nǹkan báyìí tó bá lọ fẹ́ arábìnrin tó ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ tá ń pè ní nǹkan báyìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá wa sọ ní Yorùbá bí a ṣe sọ lóyìnbó lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
Àwọn òbí tí ọkùnrin tó bá jẹ́ àwọn kìíní yìí à ń pè ní genotype. So tí ọkùnrin bá ní genotype tó jẹ́ AS tó bá lọ fẹ́ obìnrin tó ní genotype tó jẹ́ AS possibility wà pé wọ́n máa bí ọmọ tó ní sickle cell.
Possibility tó túmọ̀ sí pé kì í ṣe dandan pé wọ́n bí ọmọ tó jẹ́ SS.
But it is a very high possibility.
pé yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ ó dájú gan pé yóò ṣẹlẹ̀.
3 out ní tó bá ní ọmọ mẹ́ta.
ọmọ mẹ́rin ok ọmọ ní ọmọ mẹ́rin àbí.
tó bá ní ọmọ mẹ́rin.
ok
3 out of 4.
mẹ́ta ní ọmọ mẹ́rin yìí wọ́n ní.
Sorry, sometimes 4 out of 4, 4 over 4.
I mean 4 over 4
would have sickle cell. So it is that the only 50% chance of every pregnancy. Every pregnancy has a 50% chance of being a sickle cell child. So it's not people here to only 4 pregnancies. Eyokon ma jẹ́ AA, eyokon ma jẹ́ SS. No, it's always a 50% chance for every pregnancy.
So bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ yẹn ẹni tó bá ní AS ni ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ AS ṣùgbọ́n ó lè fẹ́ SS.
Rárá.
Okay.
Ẹni tó bá ní AS kó fẹ́ AA.
Kó fẹ́ AA. Ṣé èèyàn wà lágbára díẹ̀ ẹni tí wọ́n ti ríran sí tán ti gbàdúrà fún tí wọ́n ti sọ wípé àyànmọ́ rẹ̀ ẹni tọ́lọ́run yàn mọ́ ẹ rèé ẹ wá ní kó máa wáyé káàkiri.
Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà ẹ̀ mi ò mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo ṣàmọ̀ ni pé tó bá ní AS kó lọ wá AA èmi ò mọ̀.
Nígbà tó bá yẹ pé ẹni tó ń jọ pàdé nígbà tí tabájọ pàdé ọ̀rọ̀ tá àkọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bára wa sọ kì í ṣe bóòlù ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ ṣe rí kì í ṣe ibi tá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ni mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ ibi tá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ.
Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ ìfẹ́ kọ́lé eléyìí o.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́ mi ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ pé èèyàn pàdé ara is one of the precautions tó yẹ kí èèyàn take from the very beginning. You ought to know your genotype as AS and then you understand that.
Wípé bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìfẹ́ torí
bá ṣe ń wá eré ìfẹ́ lọ.
Láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ yẹn.
Then you need to already begin to find out ẹni tí mo fẹ́ fẹ́ràn yìí ẹni tí mo fẹ́ fall in love yìí ṣé AS ni ṣé èmi àti ẹ máa lè bímọ tí ò ní jẹ́ SS. Consider that. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà ọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà pé èèyàn ń gbàdúrà èèyàn fẹ́ dán lọ́hùn wò ni as far as I'm concerned. If you know what is bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìgbọràn ó sàn ju ẹbọ lọ.
Nígbà tẹ́ wá sọ pé ẹni tó bá ní AS dandan AA ni kó máa wá káàkiri ni mo wá ń wò wípé ìfẹ́ là ń sọ yẹn mò ń wò pé ó fẹ́ nira díẹ̀ ṣé àárí àwọn tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n sọ pé dandan láì ẹni tí mo fẹ́ fẹ́ rè ṣé kì í ṣẹlẹ̀.
ṣe èèyàn tó bá ní AS tó bá fẹ́ AS tó bá lọ bímọ tó jẹ́ SS ṣe nǹkan àwọn kí náà pé sufferings ní Yorùbá.
Ìjìyà tó
ìnira tó wà
ńbẹ̀.
Ẹni
fún àwọn òbí àti fún ọmọ yẹn gan.
Ẹni tó bá kàn ló mọ̀.
Ẹni tó bá ti rí
àwọn tó bá
á mọ̀ ẹ́ pé ok wọn ì ṣìpẹ́ ẹ̀nà ọ̀rọ̀ fábùkẹ́ àbí.
There's also ẹni tí kinní kan bá tójú ẹ̀ wọlẹ̀ kò ní ever bá wọn bọ́ba kòsó or something. What I mean is that if you know the experience you will not wish it for your next person. If you understand the experience either as a mother or as a patient you will not want it or desire it even for your enemies.
So ngbà tó bá ti wá ṣẹlẹ̀ torí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ lórí ìpínlẹ̀ kan ní àṣírí ọmọ oṣù kan tán ṣì ní situation tó yẹ pé àwọn òbí wọn ò mọ̀.
Not oṣù kan, well maybe it's usually diagnosed from bóyá bí 6 months plus bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. From tẹ́lẹ̀ tó wọ́n yẹn bá ṣì jẹ́ bí 3 months you can't really know.
So ó ṣeéṣe kéèyàn bímọ kó mọ̀ tiẹ̀ mọ̀.
Kó má tiẹ̀ tí mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Àwọn kan gan òun mọ̀ maybe until the age of 4 because the child will not exhibit symptoms or signs that relates to it early in life.
Fún àwọn tí wọ́n ti wá bára wọn ròpò yìí, kí ni àwọn ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó wà láti tí bó ni a ṣe ń ṣe ìtọ́jú ipò yìí?
Okay, tí òbí méjì bá bára wọn ní ipò yìí, first and foremost counseling ni wípé kán má bímọ mọ́. Yes.
Lẹ́yìn ọmọ kan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. That's the counseling, that they should not have babies together again. Then for the child that they already have, they need to start managing that child properly. Well, that's the counseling here. Àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n máa ń fẹ́ lọ check ní hospital bóyá tán bá bímọ or tán bá lóyún, wọ́n máa ń fẹ́ check genotype. There's a new technology now that can check the genotype of a child nínú oyún. So now bẹ́ẹ̀ni. So tí parent bá wà, tí obìnrin yẹn bá wà nínú oyún tó ní first pregnancy, tó ní second pregnancy, tó ní third pregnancy, tán wá check àwọn ọmọ oyún yẹn, tán rí pé SS ni àwọn ọmọ yìí ó máa jẹ́, and they have to take out the baby. How will it will be really traumatizing for both parents. Owó tán ti ná lórí, and then all these tests, they don't come cheap.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣì sọ lè náà ká kí àsìkò wa tó lọ tán pátápátá. Lára àtọ́jú náà ni kí ni àwọn nǹkan tá a lè pè ní èèwọ̀ tí ó jẹ́ pé àti ọmọ o àtòbí o gbọ́dọ̀ máa rántí pé a ti rí pọ́mọ yìí ó ní kíní yìí o, kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí ọmọ yìí ò gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe tó lè jẹ́ kọ́mọ wà lálàáfíà?
Ìkan nínú àwọn nǹkan tí ọmọ yìí ò gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe ni pé kó má stress ara ẹ̀. Ṣé rí stress?
Kó máa yàgò fún làálàá.
Kó máa yàgò fún làálàá. Kó máa yàgò fún
iṣẹ́ agbára.
Torí ṣe rí àwọn kinní yìí ó lè fa àìsàn sí ọmọ náà lára. Then kọ́mọ náà yàgò fún ẹ̀fọn. Torí malaria, tá bá ti ní malaria ó yàtọ̀ sí.
Ẹni tó bá ti ní kíní ẹ̀fọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ rárá.
Kẹ́fọn máa kàn try possible best wọn. Kọ́ lo mosquito net. Then kọ́ máa lo a ní àwọn precautions for malaria, pre-treatment fún malaria. Torí tí ọmọ bá ti ní, tí ọmọ tó bá ní SS tó bá ti ní malaria báyìí ó yàtọ̀ sí tí èèyàn tó bá ní AA àbí AS tó bá ti ní malaria.
Lẹ́ẹ̀kan ní ó gbọ́dọ̀ yàgò fún iṣẹ́ agbára, ṣùgbọ́n ara wọn tán ní kíní tán di dókítà tán di lọ́yà, àmì láti di dókítà iṣẹ́ agbára ni.
Ṣé àwọn tó ń di dókítà tó ń di lọ́yà yẹn, first and foremost èmi believe pé Ọlọ́run ó wà lẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run wà lẹ́yìn gbogbo wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣùgbọ́n kíní grace ta ní ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Àwọn tó ń di dókítà tó ń di lọ́yà yẹn, èmi náà lọ sí school. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ bí school ṣe rí. School wá stressful fún rẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ a máa ṣiṣẹ́ agbára and all. But kó try possible best ẹ̀. Kó try láti máa mu omi. Omi yẹn ó ṣe pàtàkì gan. Ọmọ tó bá ní sickle cell. Omi ṣe pàtàkì gan.
Ní àárọ̀ nìkan.
Kì í ṣe àárọ̀ nìkan o. At least in a day fún ọmọdé at least kó mu 3 liters.
Okay. Ilé tí Dúpẹ́ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ó ní pé bó ni ìtọ́jú yìí ṣe rọrùn sí, kí sì ni àwọn ìrànlọ́wọ́ tí ẹ rò wípé àwọn tó wà ní ipò yìí tí wọ́n nílò? Ṣé àwọn oògùn tẹ́ ń rà, ṣé àwọn oògùn yìí ṣé wọ́n ṣe rà, ṣé wọ́n rárá? Kí ni irú àwọn ìrànlọ́wọ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ kíákíá lórí ẹ̀?
Àwọn ìtọ́jú yìí Ọlọ́run tọ́jú wa. Ọlọ́run tọ́jú wa kò rọrùn rárá. Kò rọrùn. Àwọn oògùn tá à ń lò wọn kí ni cheap kò.
Àwọn
oògùn yìí wọ́n gan. So à ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún ìjọba láti máa fún wa ní free medical treatment. At least
tíjọba bá lè ṣètò ìpè máa sanwó.
tí tábà tẹ máa sanwó gan, kán bá wa subsidize, kán bá wa reduce our prices medical treatment.
And also make the drugs available as much as possible. Most times àwọn oògùn yẹn wọ́n wà available in the government hospital. You have to go outside and buy from private pharmacies. So if they are made available in public hospitals. At least it might come a little bit cheaper than what we have in private.
Temitayo Modupe, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. And it is the prayer that just as your name is, it will always be joy for you.
Amen.
And it will always be thanksgiving for you. It's a month of awareness creation on how to manage sickle cell anemia. Thank you so much. I think the high point of this is the need for support, government support in subsidizing the drugs. Thank you so much. We appreciate everyone for tuning in to AM Cafe on OSBC television today. Yes, special thanks to all hands on deck, MCR, VTR. We appreciate everybody. Not forgetting our producer, Olushola Ogule, executive producer, Adeleke. Thank you so much. We appreciate everybody. Benga Famino is my name. Until we come your way same time tomorrow, another edition of AM Cafe. This is wishing you.